There are players, then there are generals who, of course, command respect and will leave you in awe every time that they touch the ball. One thing that I love about the beautiful game, they always say that if a coach or your teammate refers to you as Ngwenya in the field of play, that is not a compliment. One thing is certain about our guest is that he's had his fair share of nicknames, rather, from Zuma, General to, of course, Valdez. The list goes on, okay? But one thing is certain is that we have to thank Coach Gavin Hunt for the one that we all use currently, which is Villa. He is, of course, the 2013-14 Footballer of the Season, Players Player of the Season, and he also managed to pick up the Nedbank Cup Tournament Player of the Season as well in terms of that tournament, which is absolutely impeccable. Well, Sibusiso Vilakazi joins us today. My name is Clauiee Grace Mpanza. This is the Arena Sports Show. Always alongside me is my favorite influencer, Mahlatse Mphahlele, and we've got so much to talk about, and it's great to finally have you on the show, Villa. Big thank you to, of course, Carling. As you can see, the trophy is here. He's well represented. I think we have to give big props to them. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been coming. But let me just clear this one up. The big one. Oh, actually, this is the big one.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. Actually, let me not go further. This is the big one.
What did you want to say?
I'm here, but
no, Villa will take it off.
Did you want to talk about your 5 league titles?
No, on the real. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Chloe.
Yeah. Thanks, my brother.
How are you?
Thank you. Good, man.
Good, man. Good, man.
We keep on rolling out the big guns.
Yeah, no. We are cooking, eh? We just
something is special about you guys, ne? You always try to bring the big guys, of course, as you say.
No, it's because you guys agreed to come, so it has nothing to do with us. So
it's a relationship.
It's more you guys.
I guess you guys are doing something great also on the other side. I mean, someone just to accept that invitation means your conversations are really good. And, I hope we have a good conversation.
Also, shout out to us being behind the camera.
A big thank you to us being cooking behind the scenes.
Shout out to us being. I mean, she's a very incredible woman. She works really hard. She works really hard, and even the other ladies who are on the behind the scenes, the team itself, Sports, they're doing amazing things, man. They're doing amazing things.
And I love the ambassadors that they have. I was actually telling her is that I like the fact that, they switch it up and they bring new ambassadors. I mean, having you, I think, is also top. 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 You have to have a 5-time league champion.
Yeah.
You have to have someone that has done it before, eh?
No, I think also it just speaks about what you do and what you've done in terms of excellency and how you carry yourself, or how you carried yourself, and how then the two companies or the two people that are very much higher combine together and come up with something great. I think also the emerging and saying we can do something great together, I think it's amazing.
It's definitely
That's
top
what
tier.
Coach Piso used to say. What? Give me the big fish.
On that note, a lot's been happening in the world of sports, so let's quickly find out what's in your top stories.
Bafana coach Hugo Bruce has asked these players to go for a win when they take on Zambia in their international friendly at the National Mamelodi Stadium in Klabaga on Saturday. Springbok utility backs Teben Velemse and Ethan Hooker says they are preparing for a grueling test match against Italy at the Alliance Stadium in Turin on Saturday. Amajimbos are to play against Japan in the last 32 round of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar.
A lot certainly has been happening. On that note, it always makes it just a little bit tricky to try and choose, of course, your star of the week. Influencer, we'll start with you. Who has impressed you in the past few days?
Siya Kolisi, 100 test matches for South Africa.
Our skipper.
I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
If I talk more, I'm emotion.
You know what I found interesting in everything? Did you see how T. Henry was looking at Sia?
Yeah, as we were talking there. So I was saying that Thierry Henry is like a footballing god in France.
Yeah.
If a person like Thierry Henry and the other dignitaries are eating out of the palm of your hands,
yes,
then there's something special about you.
That is true.
We shout out. We must be happy and proud as South Africans that is part of us. Looking at the history of our country, where we come from, to have someone like that as the captain of the national team, having played 100 matches, it's no child's play.
Yeah.
Someone was saying that Villa will also attest, not just club matches, but the amount of training minutes, discipline, sacrifices you make to play 100 test matches is something that is absolutely unbelievable. And the list that he has there, I mean, John Smith, Bistim Tawarira, Eben Elizabeth, all those types of guys. There is the top of players that were produced as a country, and it's good that he has reached that milestone. He's still a bit far from reaching Eben Elizabeth, who's on 178 now. But let's hope, let's see, maybe they will get together. And they are friends also of the pitch.
We love him and
Elizabeth so it will be together. Nice. So Sia, my star of the week, definitely.
All right, Villa, what about you?
I think I was going to touch on the Springboks having to come from that victorious game when they played France, which I think when they went to halftime, it was pretty much neck and neck. And especially, I think we went down a play, I think.
We got a red card in the first half.
It was very, very much difficult, and you could see France, they held it in. And I thought this is one of the games whereby we're going to find an upset. But it was a complete change in the second half. And one man down, but we still held it, and they still went in and went in and went in. It was just a marvel to watch. I think it was just a marvel to watch.
The bomb squad.
And the cool thing that I liked as well was how even though Sia had to be sacrificed, and he was still so engaged in the game. And
he's always engaged.
I was just like, no, that's a captain.
And also that's part of being a leader.
Yeah.
If then and guys are like, nah. As a leader, we have to take one for it, especially if not one is trying to move. And you will understand, most of the guys would have poured in that energy and just saying like, I still want to do more. As a leader, then you have to sacrifice yourself and say, this is about the team, not more than it. That's where you step up and raise up. And also, you're still very much going to play your part, as you have seen him always on his feet, trying to give his message. And I don't know if the players were able to hear him because it was so packed and so loud. So maybe his voice couldn't even reach the players, but the players were able to execute that very well. I think that was part of it. And then the second one for me was just seeing Alcaraz tennis coming back. I think he played a great match. I think there's some of the shows that he had played there. He reminded me of Roger. Roger Federer. I think that he's my goat. Roger Federer is my goat. How he played his game, his finesse. It was like when he played, man, it was sort of his playing piano or something. With effortless, where you saw just talent on its own. Whereby I'm sure he did his trainings, but I think when he just had to step on in the court of tennis, he just executed that very well. I think he was one of the guys that I would watch and try to implicate and then try to do that inside the field of play. His finesse, having to take his time. That's genius. I think Alcaraz and having to see Orlando Pirates making to the final and Marumo Gallants. I think those were my top pick for the weekend.
Nothing in motorsport. You know, I always pride myself. I'm like, you know what, Villa is the guy I can put in any
Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One for me, he hasn't been. I think I would have liked to see it, but it's not happening for it. It's just not. I think I'm just expecting that one race where last year I think he was able to be on the podium and everybody was so happy and thought he could. But of course he just went into Ferrari and he has been having a lot of challenges with his car, his mechanics, and I think that story of us waiting for it, I think maybe they have to write it down. And then we have that expensive sort of walkout. But I think those are the tough times, but equally so, man, the likes of the young drivers, Verstappen.
Antonelli as well. Don't you like Kimi? You don't like Kimi?
I do, but I think it's not gonna go to that level, especially when the likes of Verstappen are still there. I don't think he's gonna get to that level because of those guys are always at the podium. We should also the space that is going to fit in. Of course, he's a supporting driver for the first driver. I forgot his name.
George.
So he's gonna be the second. And also, George also has his own mandates, especially as a first driver, to put Mercedes up there. And they're not having it easy, especially since they lost Lewis. So it's a process like any other thing. I mean, as you say, let's give him time. I think with time also maybe he would at least get into those level of just having to drive like the likes of Verstappen and put his mark over there, because of the likes of Verstappen. They had to see Lewis Hamilton and they had to see Michael Schumacher. So let's give it time. Let's give it, like any other thing, let's give it time.
Aren't you in awe? No, you can throw him in any sport.
I was just about to say, leave this football thing, go to racing analysis there. Jeez.
Villa is brilliant. These are the conversations we have in Kyalami. When I bump into him at Kyalami, like we're literally talking anything motorsports.
But I don't want to be the driver now. I've driven a fast car. I was like, a fast car is not for me.
But you know what I want to find out from the bit of conversation we've had about Star of the Week, in terms of consistency, because we talk about Siya Kolisi and the consistency that he's brought. And one of the other attributes that you've also had in your career, especially, of course, at your Wits and your Sundowns, was consistency.
Yeah.
What are the key ingredients, in your opinion, for being consistent, whether as a player and as a team?
I think it's just, it goes down to how much you want it, right? It goes down to how much you want it. And from Wits, of course, it was the early stages, young, very much taking risk. Also just having to have that responsibility, being a leader and a captain for, I think, for 6 years to 7 years. I think for me that gave some great comfort and some challenging moments at the same time. I think what steered me the most, or what gave me fuel, was just those setbacks. Setbacks when I started, especially the knee injury. I think that fueled me up so much. And I think from then it was just a turning point for me. It was just a turning point that this thing could end anytime. So my behavior and my stress and my obsession was it could end anytime. And you're not guaranteed that you might come back either the same. But for me, I came back even more hungrier to be successful, more hungrier to now use this platform and say, this could be the last. And like, it's very critical. This could be your last. You know, you cannot come back sometimes, and what are you going to do? And that time you'd have said, this is the only thing for me that speaks to me. So that consistency, of course, also having to do it every game. And I've had chapters of coaches in my path, of course, started with Roger that gave the platform, but also giving the platform, you have to respond, right? And now it's up to you, because they can do so much, but the player needs to do so much. Because I remember the staying behinds, you know, while other guys are like taking their bags, they're staying behind, coming in much earlier. And just that thing, you know, it speaks to football at the same time, because football can see what you're doing, because you're not being told by Mahlatse to go and hit 6 balls there. You know, you're the first one to go and hit 6 balls. You're the first one to go to the gym. You're the first one to manage those things. So for me, I think that phase of advance, it was just so beautiful, whereby it lives in my mind even right now, whereby like people would then, the other guy was asking me, tell me how you felt when you were at Faith. I was like, I was not even aware that you made people to come in and just say, I want to watch. So then there was General, then there was Villa, different names came in, but just to watch that guy that was number 10. And for me, still till today, I don't understand what they mean, which is like, I just came to watch you. But having to fulfill that, someone that came in and said and say, I watched that guy play and it was so amazing. I think for me, it still says, I'm not sure which guy you're talking about. I still want to see those moments, you know. But I think just that on its own, it was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. And the appreciation of just playing for Wits also on its own, that had a career of like amazing players, you know, amazing players that have stepped into that arena and they had made people. But Friday nights were never the same when I was there.
I missed it stadium,
Saturdays also. And even during the day at the same time. I mean, that vibe of having just that stadium, it was just incredible. And not only myself, but the whole people that have represented it. And it was just, I mean, a sour taste when how it ended. I mean, it was just a sour taste. And sour taste because of not for, personally for me, people that played for the first team, but in terms of the development structure.
For sure.
Whereby everybody knew when you had to come to Joburg, there's a place to go to. And there's under 17, there's under 23s. I mean, there's under 15, there's under 13. I mean, the list is endless. And for me, that's a place of hope, of saying there's another child dreaming to come into a place of called an institution. Where can I then go to?
For
You had Wits that was able to give that. So it having to move away, I think for me, that's the biggest part. Because imagine that continue till now. Then you have a pool of this institution that can give a young one a dream, a young one to continue dreaming and saying, I can also become that that number 10 that I was there at Wits. But yeah, it is, I think maybe now I'm deserve the stage.
You know, Villa, what I'm gonna say, I'm not saying it because you are sitting next to me, but I was speaking to Clauiee.
No, I said it first and you agreed. Please tell the story correctly.
So I was saying to Clauiee that because I've followed your career for many years and stuff, and I'm convinced, and I'm saying this without any fear of contradiction. I think you are one of the best players of your generation. And I don't mince my words when I say that. I think, you know, once in a while, players like you comes along and
make you fall in love with the game.
Yeah, just makes us realize why we love this thing. You know, I
Yeah.
think you played too, but I guess we can touch on it a little bit later.
Yeah,
But
I guess maybe now you came in for the story that day, but it just stopped writing.
Yeah, I think I remember those days at Vets.
Just enjoy the game.
Those days at Vets,
Yeah.
you know, at Sundowns,
Yeah.
beat at Bafana and stuff. I think you know you.
I think my biggest regret
did your thing.
was not playing for Bafana consistently, and that came with the setback of having injuries. Yeah, I think for me that was it touched me a bit.
Yeah.
Saying I could have done more if it wasn't those setbacks, but it's everything happens for a reason, right? And I think I'm one where I'm not vocal about the caps. I'm one that's more vocal of what did I do with the caps. If those caps came in us winning the AFCON, beautiful. If those caps came in with us qualifying for the World Cup, amazing. Because of then now you've opened another world of saying now my potential can go on and be exposed in the highest level, which is the World Cup, right? So yeah, those caps, yeah, man. I think I'm proud of just putting the team forward, the country forward, which is to bring the trophy, which is AFCON, and we tried. I think 2015 we tried. And then 2019 we tried, and we fell short, I think, quarterfinals. And me also having to come back 2019, I think it was very, I think maybe you'd recall, I mean, I just got, I think it was Achilles, it popped. And I've been part of the team qualifying for that 2019 AFCON that was going to be played in Egypt. So part of me having to do that recovery, I knew that I needed to recover, but I knew very well that this recovery gives me just a chance to be selected, right? Because of throughout those qualifiers, I was outstanding to a point that I knew that if I recover in time, Coach Stuart Baxter will definitely call me. But for me, it was just that recovery to make sure that I'm fully fit, that I can play a part. Had it been, I had more time just to show, because I knew that if then I had more, I was going to be at the peak of my game where we could take it to a semi-final or final.
Yeah.
But I just felt like I'm coming to a team that has already had players, the likes of Losh that time. They're starting to have excellent performances. I knew that my part is going to be, if then it doesn't have a good game on the time, and then we switch up, and then I can come in and play my part. But I just felt like I came in not at my powers were not really hitting where I wanted to be, like 2015. Where 2015, like those powers were there. Yeah, 2015 were there. Yeah, they were there. And unfortunately, we just couldn't go all the way. But that's why I speak of those setbacks when like those injuries, they were just like, I wish they couldn't happen, right? Especially having to wear the national team jersey and perform, because of now you're no longer representing Vets, you're no longer representing Sundowns, right? You're representing the people of South Africa. You're representing the pride of that 96 that people still want to see happening. And we're about that history. And for me, just having to know that you've played that part, having to lift up the trophy, which is the highest level of just putting up Bafana back again on the map.
You know, it's interesting you talk about injuries because, yes, you've suffered, but one thing that I find interesting about you is that you've worked hard through those injuries, though, because I remember Influence, every time we'd go to Cloorkop, Media Day, you're wondering where Villa is. They're like, no, he's working out, he's by himself, you know.
He's in the swimming pool.
Exactly, he's in the swimming pool, he's doing something. And I'm just like, sure. So everybody always spoke about how hard you were working in terms of to make sure that you get back into the field of play. Temba Zwane also, he mentions that, no, Villa was pushing me, you know, you help him in terms of encouragement. How do you do that, even though you're also, you know, going through your struggle at that point?
I think at that point, right, I knew I'm coming to a team or individuals that know how to get the job done.
Sure.
And if then I'm out, he's going to be very much capable to continue with the job, and it's going to make it extremely difficult for me when I come back. So then to think and say, I cannot lose the whole season not coming back. So that for me, it was like an obsession, because I need to come back. Because if then I do not come back, Sundowns is a team that's going to look in the market and find another player, and this thing continues. And once it continues, it leaves you behind. And it leaves you behind. But a part of me was just giving back to the team and saying, yes, you've brought me here. I'm not also going to take my time. But they'll tell you, like, no, take your time, you know. And I'll be like, no, I'm not going to take my time.
It's no time to take time.
Especially when it's Coach Pete or having to be the coach that he is, whereby I can't wait for you. Because, like, yes, take your time so that you recover properly. We don't want to see you snapping again and then going back to it, right? Yeah, there are precautions that you have to take. But I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to behave as if, like, you know what, because I have had an experience before. Yeah. So then I knew what I needed to do, even much better, and how to be aggressive when I needed to be aggressive, which is, if that I used to get there at 6, I get there at 5.
Sure.
I get there at 5 because I knew the season cannot end. Yes, it might have been sad for me to have that setback, but I'm going to make sure that the season doesn't end without me coming back, because I want to play the next season. And because of there's so many things that you're going to miss out there. There's bonuses, right? There's bonuses for sure. That's a big motivation. And if you're not being part of that structure, you're losing out on big money. I'll tell you, that's the honest truth. You're losing out on the big money. And once you are not out, when you're not there, you will feel out in a way. But I know those players were very much obsessed with the detail of just having to be part of that squad, because I knew the importance of me also just having to come back. And what was scary for me is that, do I then come back and then will I be the same to perform at the highest level again? And especially with this incredible personnel that were there, that was like sitting at the back of my mind. But within me having to come back and still come back, whereby there was a duration that was said it was 6 months, and I never did 6 months, I just did 3 months. Because that's how insane it was for me. Because I was like, I've tasted this, you know, this success of putting a medal. I've tasted the success of just winning those games within, and you get your bonuses, and it makes a huge difference, you know, in your lifestyle in terms of changing things, right? So those things were like sit in the back of my mind and say, I have to come back, especially if then I'm not there. And then I don't want to find myself in those situations whereby you ask yourself and say, what happened to that guy? Whereas you're in a position just to maximize these things. Because I think when you're there, you have to maximize whatever that's there, which is the bonus structures, winning trophies, getting better in terms of your football game. Because I think one thing also that changed for me, it was now starting to understand the game, you know, tactically.
Sure.
Yeah, the studies of being, you know, having to sit with those, because we have three analysts over there. Yeah. So I was like, we have 3 analysts here. I mean, that's crazy. But it speaks to how important they want success. It speaks of how much they pay attention to those small details. So that's when I started to also understand that game. And especially having to have Coach Pito, who very much they are our groove, or our partnership even went on, especially having to, even when we score a goal, he just wants to be part of it. We even started a trend of just shaking hands after scoring the goal. And he was that kind of guy that wanted more for you. He wanted more for you, but I think for him to show you that he wants more for you, it's for you to show him. Because you can only open that door for him when he sees it, he's about it, right? I can never convince because he's about it. But I think just you have the number of players that they were exceptional. I mean, those players, like as I say, like everybody that we put on that field knows their duties, knows their roles. It's guy that if then it's a one-on-one up front, I know that guy who's there is going to deal with this situation. It's not someone that will be like, I know I need to bounce it off and someone and go to the other side. He's going to skin that guy. He's going to dribble that guy. So all of us had that. And once you have that attack, everybody that's able to eliminate, I mean, it makes things much easier for every one of us.
Sorry to cut you a bit, Villa, but I want to find out from you, what do you think is the importance of playing in a system, whereas it's not necessarily about the player? I mean, you talk about, of course, having players that will come in, any player, Clauiee, Mahlatse will come in, and they will still do the job, but then that talks about the club's identity and a system that's already operational, that's not really focusing on individual brilliance and a particular saver to come save the club.
One thing you touched there is the system, right? So the coach is able to assemble the system. It's able to assemble the players, right? It gives us the structure. These are your responsibilities within the structure. So within the structure, what's your role when we don't have the ball? This is what he was asking. But when we don't have the ball, this is where I want you to be. And having to have incredible players that understand that, okay, we can change rotations. I can move to a 10, I can move on the side, because mind you, I came in there thinking I'm going to play as a 10, right? Part of my career at Wits, I was playing as a 10. So I'm just navigating that number 10 area, which is like zone 2 closer to the goal. I'm alone there. I'm the boss, right? So moving to Sundowns now, it's like, no, you're not going to play as a 10. You're going to play as a winger. But I don't have pace, right? But it says you have intelligence, you have game speed. It's like, what do you mean? He says, but you have game speed. And when you're playing outside here, we're not going to tell you that be on the side and be like a tapelo and be a winger. You're not going to be a winger. This is where we want you to start as a winger, but having to come where? Outside and then inside. So we have 2 wingers that are coming from outside to inside. So you have 2 number 10s now that are causing too much problems inside. No longer 1 number 10, it's 2 number 10s. And also you have a striker that comes in, it's a whole lot of us inside. So how do you deal with that? I had a left back that was supposed to be marking me. What does he do? Does he then decide to come with me inside? If then if he decides to come with me, those days I think back then, the opponents, the wingers, wouldn't go with the fullback. They would try to cheat, and that's where we find them. That way we'll find more joy for us. Because if then he decides to go with Tapelo, good. If then he doesn't decide to go with Tapelo, there's space that I've opened for Tapelo. Or there's space that I've opened for the striker, because our strikers were playing from in to out. Pace was fast, Khama was fast, right? So they play in to out. And when they do that also, when they pinning like that, those 2 center backs, smart if not smart, they follow. But then it means our runs, me and Mshishi, we are going in. So it's just chaos. So those guys, they understood their roles. Even if we changed, I think that changed slowly. When, of course, we lost Khama, when we lost Percy, and then I became a false 9. Even made things worse because of now. The strikers there, but I'm not really there. But now I have to understand that I moved from a winger now to playing as a false 9 now. The responsibilities is there, it's the same. You understand the game of football. This is what we want from you, especially when we don't have the ball. When we have the ball, do you. Just do you. Just do you. Add a number anyway. But we need numbers when we get to inside the box. And we had the luxury of now, of course, getting Gaston. Takes us to another level. So you see what I'm saying? It's like it was just a personnel of individuals, Temba also. We knew for sure, without having to look at one another. It's like, I know where he is. He knows where I am, especially when we come inside. He can come to my side and we do an overload of it. But we knew that the structure within our team has Sugar, has Keke, has AJ, has River, that they know that if then that side we have a mess, they need to understand that when this thing breaks down, if then we don't press properly, it goes to the other side. But we can manage that because it's that far. So it means, it means endurance coming back. And we hated that, of course, now having to run back. But that means it didn't take care of the ball. So now we have to work a bit harder. And of course, which speaks to our team also, Bukabelo, that time, that they need to work with our endurance and the fitness level of saying, because we used to hate that. That's why everybody will tell you, don't lose that ball. Don't lose that ball. Because when you lose that ball, you must run. Now you must run. And also recover. And funny enough, we used to laugh, me and Mshishi, and say, hey, when we recover, Khama and Percy, sometimes they cheat a bit. So they were the first ones who be our outbreak, because Keke has that pass. And we say, hey, but imagine, we ran from their own half, 40 meters to our own half, and those ones are fast. By the time we get there, maybe they might have executed the attack. It means we are slow. So we were just worried a bit. Let's place ourselves very well. When they go out, they bomb out. Because we know they're spinning out. And there's going to be space there. You gotta be on your bike. So those are the things we would laugh about and say, But the good thing is that everybody just knew, if then they go out, there's a chance of it's a 1v1 with the defenders, the central defenders, and they're easily going to skin those 2 defenders. Good for us, and the game opens up. And we would stress ourselves and saying, get the early goal. Get the early goal, because once we get the early goal, now it means now the team's starting to chase a bit, and they start to open up. But even when it's stretched, the coach will emphasize, even if the game stretches, you still have people that know how to play in tight spaces, which then we came to the game more effectively when it was so congested. You need people now to play in those tight spaces and make things happen, which I think every one of us, were just able to unlock. Every one of us had a skill to play in those tight areas and unlock and do something that's amazing. Because I remember one game that we played, like it was Platinum Stars. I think it was just an individual solo run, and it was just, we needed someone. And I just took the ball and just took it myself, because I'm a risk taker at times. But within the right areas. Because also if I lose that ball, I knew that Keke would shout at me and say, why you lost that ball, right? But within that, you had a responsibility, don't lose it. But I just took it a risk, and then I ran with it. I think it was just halfway line, playing with her. I think it was one of the beautiful goals that I've scored in my career. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when we're talking about recovery and running, Mambush talks about the story that sometimes they will tell Roger, say, please wait, we just passed this too much. We need to say, wait. Yeah, because Roger have it, we must run.
You need to find a moment.
Yeah.
You need to find a moment.
So, Villa, just for me, what was your best position? What's your best position? Is it 10?
Best position for me is to play football. To play football. I wouldn't be specific because as a winger, I knew what I needed to do. But I wasn't a winger. I just knew how then I operate in that space. I need to understand what the winger does, especially a winger that plays for Mamelodi Sundowns. So that's why they'll give you the game. This is what we play. This is how we want you to be. So for me, it was not even a specific position because playing as a false nine, I scored goals. And playing as a false nine makes space for the other guys, right? So it's a complete thing when I'm at that. It's not about me having the best role, and it was just me just having to play a football game. And within a football game, there's responsibilities within that. And I like the fact that you have to take accountability, especially playing for the team. You have to take accountability playing for the team. Because at Wits, Wits magician, right? Wits is a magician, the go-to guy. But it wasn't like the go-to, it was who can unlock for us, who can do it consistently. When you speak about consistently having to do it each and every time, it was that part. And for me, it just came naturally. It wasn't more about me. It just came naturally that you're the guy.
Yeah. I mean, I want to go back to the 16th of May. I think it was 2018. We were all probably at the same place, but I want to know your POV, and maybe you can also touch on your point of view. With FNB Stadium, and you guys were playing Barcelona, and of course, then you had your goal. Talk to us about that game, and what do you remember? Because yes, we remember the goal.
What do you remember?
I remember the goal.
Okay.
I remember how packed it was.
Hey,
what do you?
I remember the chaos.
That's crazy,
So that's
right?
what we remember. What do you
Crazy.
remember?
Yeah, I know. I think just taking the images back and trying to reminisce. I think it was us prior to that, it was us celebrating the trophy that we had won at Bloom. I think it was that season. And the coach said, hey guys, you have an important game to play the next few days. And our guys are like, coach, let's celebrate. Wait
Wait a bit.
Just wait a bit. And we did our celebration there. It was so fun. But the coach fetched us, I think, about 2 a.m. I was like, coach, but it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. We just won the trophy. We are the league winners. I mean, I think that season we had won it from, Wits had won it.
Yeah.
And then we took it from Wits. So that feeling of saying we fetched it from Emil Park, it was amazing because we knew when we started the season that we knew where we're going to fetch this cup.
Sure.
And where's the trophy at, we need to fetch it, right? So now, a few months later, now we need to celebrate now. Everything is done, we're wearing our medals. It's the moment. And those are the things that we appreciate as footballers there, after, then we can celebrate, right? Because there's a reason to celebrate. Now we can have our wine over there, the red wine, and then we celebrate. It makes sense. But our coach, the way he was so obsessed, he was like, I have a game to play.
Yeah.
I'm like, but coach. So Dylan Alawan, to our minds, it was like, we are playing a top team.
Yeah.
But let us deal with it the next day. Like right now, the moment as Vumeli, it's just chill. Give us a chill. I was like, coach was like, just go. Then went back to the hotel. And then prior to that now, we switch on now. It's like, okay, now we have this important game. I think leading to that game, it was just like, just have fun, man. For me, it was just go there and have fun. Why I say go have fun? Because of now, people that we have seen from a distance, they're coming much closer to you.
Yeah.
People that I've watched and then admired when they do things, they are coming much closer to me. And not only for ourselves, because of it was just the whole nation itself, that we needed to see these incredible individuals that do amazing things day in, day out. So it was now that matchup. It's like, yo, guys, what are we going to do now?
Sure.
I don't know how we're going to even plan for these people. How do you plan about these people when, I think throughout the season, we'll unpack like the goals of the week, for an example. Spain, and we would unpack Barcelona. I think it was through the season we would unpack them and how they scored that goal. Where can we steal certain things that we can use? Like now, these things are very much closer now. The guys that will be seeing Dembele, Messi, Iniesta, Busquets, now they're here. How then do you prepare for these guys? Honestly speaking, I don't know how you prepare for these guys.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You just have to go there and play. You just have to go there and play the best way you can, have fun more than anything. And even if you touch him a bit, feel him if he's...
Is it real?
Is it him?
Yeah.
Is it him? And I think for me personally, just to now engage them, whereby growing up I used to play PlayStation, and I used to play with Barcelona. And now this is now Lama Popai Lawa. They're coming to life.
This is real life now.
No, Lama Popai, they're coming to life. This is like real now. This is like real, especially when we had to go for the warm-up, bro. So now game day, in fact, not even game day. Prior to game day, tickets, people wanting tickets. It's so crazy. It's like tickets. Like, I remember, I think I didn't even like much sleep on that day. Prior match day -1, I didn't have much sleep because of our lives, like thinking of the games, like yo.
Did you think you're gonna score?
Yeah, I think part of me had a good feeling that I was gonna have a good game, because it's like vice versa, where like guys, let's say for an example, we're playing African Wanderers, they're playing Mamelodi Sundowns. African Wanderers, they're coming up, and we have guys that don't want to wear that jersey, right? So it was vice versa of saying, like, now I'm playing these incredible individuals, like I'm dreaming here. I want to play these guys. I want to take it up to another level and see how I go about it. Because I really wanted to see how I go about these guys. Because they were doing amazing. But how can I test myself with these guys? How can I see can I play them? Is it the C, Babo?
Yeah.
And I think that's match day -1. Then match day is like chaos. Like from 7, you could hear a sense of people like they're looking forward to this game. It's like there's like a cup, just like a World Cup final, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And now, man, it's now the day. Now it's goosebumps, butterflies, but they're here. I don't remember. I think I didn't even eat it. I was worried about that 20-meter run. So I think the preparation just went well, man. Just went well. It went so crazy. It went as fast as the day could. And I heard the guys were like, these guys have landed. Guys have landed, and we should see social media, like they are really here, and they're just not too far from here. I was like, okay, perfect. I think it's showtime now, and showtime came warm up. We went in normally. We went in, have our warm up. Like the funny part was that when we went for the warm up, we thought we were gonna meet them outside doing the warm up. Because the guys are not there. It's like 10 minutes passes, the guys are not there. And is this, what kind of warm-up are they having, these ones? 15 minutes passes, the guys are anything up, we are sweating. Like, I imagine, we've had our warm-up. These guys, they don't come out. These guys, they come like 5 minutes before. Closer, it was just so close. And they just come in, they passed the ball, they went out.
Wow.
I say, eh?
Different.
Already.
I'm tired of it. The guys they just passed the ball. They just passed the ball with their warm up, and then they went back in.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of warm up is this? I'm sure I've lost 20 minutes of my cage that time. I was like, yo, where am I gonna need these 20 minutes? Because saying we still.
Yeah.
It was evident when they came in. They can pass the ball. They can pass the ball at a certain speed. I never seen a ball. Okay, the last time I saw the ball being passed was the Club World Cup in Japan.
Yeah.
When we played there, the ball goes fast.
Sure.
The ball goes fast. They are controlled. The technical ability that they have.
Yeah.
They are magicians on that. Those are the small details. They pass the ball. Those small details of having to pass the ball. That ball goes fast. That ball goes fast. And like sometimes there are distances like this shorter.
Yeah.
It zips, and it's their first touch is the back foot. Unlike me having to hold it, but them they're able to be smart enough to half turn, back foot, it zips. You could be in a good position. Once he hits it, it's like Shaibon. If I can hit the ball on the wall, come at a certain speed and control it like that, I'm using that power to control it.
Yeah.
You're gone. And they put their bodies very well. I remember there was one time, I think it was in Iniesta, whereby it was like, goal side, goal side. I ended up being on I don't know how, but it's just got this turn of putting you in a second.
Sure.
And like he's incredible. And Rakitic, and I remember PZ one day said, Busquets udlala as a centre back. Come on.
You can do this, guys.
Sometimes on your pace. Not once. Not once. He was never exposed to that point of play that ball over top and then I'm going to be exposed for pace. It never happened once. It never happened once. Rakitic, Dembele, left, right, and you saw with that finish.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dennis would dive after you saw. You saw that thing passing by and then I dive after. It's like, yeah, this is the level, bro. Clinical. And then, of course, Messi came in. I was like, yo, he's not too short, by the way. He's not too short.
It?
Yeah, he's not too short. But yeah, they are physical.
How was he?
Yeah, I know. The ball, that's the thing with him, it sticks. It sticks on the feet. It just sticks. Those are the details that I was looking at. Okay, I want to see what how does it stick? Because I've seen it sticking. But it sticks. Like, it's not exposing the ball. It sticks. And it's got that thing of saying, I'm going left. Okay, you stay. I go left, and then you stay. And then he pretends if he goes again, and it goes the other way. I'm like, but yeah. I was in a good position, but he made sure that I'm on the other side. But just all of them, the technical ability, they are so much obsessed with it, which is, it sticks, the ball sticks there. Crazy. And the passing is just, and I'm saying, I think I remember we were complaining in our team and saying, don't passing it short, even I'm this close. Those guys, they give it a full blow. They give it a full blast. Yeah. This distance.
Sure.
This distance. Blasting a ball. Yeah. It's not even blasting. It's like understanding that the ball needs to go at a certain speed. And of course, it was during the night. So at night, of course, you know for sure there has a bit of a zest. So that's why I also I enjoyed later games because of the ball moves faster.
Sometimes the jeu also.
Yeah, it moves faster. I like that. During the day, I would emphasize put more water. Yeah. But depends on the conditions of the heat. If sometimes you can put water, but it dries up because of the heat will soak up the water level, and then now it doesn't go the way I want it. So some cases are fine, we are more slow, and I don't want to so it's fine. I want to stand out. So yeah. But it was incredible. That's on its own. I think that build up to that goal was just amazing. How to see it, how we scored it, because we had been talking about our movements, and I think it was just a team goal, to be honest with you. It was just a team goals. That's the beauty of playing guys that understand their roles, guys that understand where I need to be, what needs to be done, and how. It's just, the coach can only do so much, which is, I say, give the structure. This is how I want you to behave when we don't have the ball. When you have the ball, you guys are the masters. I cannot teach you how to put a shibo over. I cannot teach you how to drop a shoulder. True. I cannot teach you how. That's why I brought you here. The how for me is that's how I brought you. I brought you here because I need to unlock, and you have that ticket. You are the maverick. You are that. You have this thing. Maybe you have this thing. You have that thing. Where not so many can have it, especially at the highest level.
Sure. It's crazy. I don't know if the time we have is enough for Villa. I'm worried. On paper,
no, let's just keep on going.
We've got 15 minutes.
Nah, leave that 15 minutes. Let's just keep on going.
But you know what?
Mr. Parks, are we good? Yeah, the producer says we're good. Let's go.
I was pinging you. Why aren't you asking? I was pinging. Are we good?
No, I'm going to say I was pinging.
But you know what's interesting, Villa, with what you're saying, in terms of sometimes when I'm watching Formula One as well, you realize that sometimes TV doesn't do justice to what you're watching. And I think also to what you're saying in terms of the pace of the Barcelona players, sometimes you don't see it until you experience it yourself live. It becomes two different things.
It becomes two different things. And as I said, it's those small details. It's those small details. And I think also the score could have been much better for us, especially after then we got that equalizer. We had certain moments which it was beautiful because of then now it needed them to react. And with that, with our team having to have that goal, it gave us more of an advantage in terms of now we're feeling the hype. And the stadium was so incredible. I think at one moment they were like the lights,
flashes were
on. Where now you see it happening, but the flashes were so on. It just gave an image. It changed something that was amazing. Everybody coming together, because of it was not only Mamelodi Sundowns there. The South Africans on that day having to witness that and and it shows what football can do. And it's able to unite us, different color. And even, we had other races over there. You know, it was just amazing on the day. And I think those are just the small details. I think when you play for Mamelodi Sundowns, just have to take care of those details and the obsession of just having to stay ready the obsession of just having to stay ready, fitness-wise, because of, as I say, like there, it's not the coach that says go and hit 10 balls. I think if then the coach says go and hit 10 balls, then I think you have something, you're losing something. I think it has to come within yourself. I'm not surprised how then my career went, because of I was the lead. And then if then you are the lead, then someone can see something and it says I can ask and say, okay, I can even join you at that time, because of I think that's the thing about winning. Sometimes winning says if then you're not able to take and sacrifice the certain things that I demand of you, which is waking up early. It says if then you're not willing to do that, the sacrifices, of course, the family time, it will give it to someone else. It will give it to someone else. Like you guys know for sure. If it's Chloe, you don't want me to come there and be the guy that sits there do news breaking. I'll come there and do news breaking. Or if Mahlatse doesn't want to read and give us proper English. He's not willing to prepare, because I think part of anything that we do, to be honest, in terms of winning, if then you don't prepare, you don't give yourself a chance.
No, you must prepare.
You must prepare. For you, the preparation gives you a chance to able to also just be able to speak. Because we were prepared. It would have been, we went through your brain. We have done this so many times. When it just comes to lights, it's just like, it's game time. It's just game time.
You know what I was saying as well to Influencer yesterday, that I think you were in an era where giving people their flowers was not a popular thing as it is now. But I don't think Villa is one of those players that we didn't appreciate much when he was playing. As much as, yes, there were the group that understood that Villa is a talent. But then I genuinely feel, it's like, because you also look at a Shika. Shika's only now towards the end of his career where he's getting his flowers. But now at some point, I was just like, why are we not doing that? Which it really sucks.
I think at the end of the day, it's somehow about what you can go home and be proud about, right? Having to, from the next person, it's amazing. It is amazing, but I think I purely do it because of it's a gift, right? It's a gift given from above, and having to appreciate it also. Just you are about that, and it's not about me being cocky to say. And prior to this, I've seen so many individuals that were cocky, that had the gift, and it just didn't go further. And I don't know, maybe it's the word humble, because I hear people speak about you have to be humble. Sometimes you can be arrogant, but back it up. I say sometimes you can be humble, but back it up. But don't show it.
Be like a little jolly.
You can back it up. He can back it up.
Don't talk
he can back it up. What I liked about him is that he can back it up. And there's nothing wrong with that attitude.
No.
Yeah, be about it. Be a vocal about when you step on that field, and then be about it. So for me, it was more about, not even, right? Keep it in, show it inside the field of play. And not even about, as a leader, as a captain. I wasn't that vocal. I was vocal inside the field of play. I looked at you, and when you look at me and you can see the face starting to shake, I'm speaking to you already. But I'm bored. I don't like what you just did. Sometimes that's the communication. Like even at Downs, I think the most exciting, or not even exciting, the most funniest thing is that if then I made a mistake and I looked at Shiga, he'd be looking at me, he was like, but you could see the face. You won't be vocal and say, well, let us hear better. But you just see the face.
With our friends.
So that body language on its own, the facial expression says to you that you can do better. It wasn't about, yes, you had other guys that would be like, go at one another, but we understood our personalities at the same time. We understood. I think that's another thing, that we understood our personalities. I think sometimes Keke would just try to hit a trademark pass to the other side, and then it's Keagan. At that time it's Keagan, and we're in a good position to put the ball in Keagan. Yeah, well, let's go back. There's another one.
And also, when that happens in a team environment, you don't have to take it personally if it happens to you, because the people who are doing it are actually doing it because they want the best for you. So
more than anything, I think the intention, that's the thing. The intention at times, it's not about he wanted to waste that pass. He saw something that could help us, just that on that day the execution didn't happen. I think the intention more than it. Don't dive into where it went to. Speak about the intention. What was the intention? Even if you can speak, when we had our analysis, coach was supposed to, what were you thinking there? You could hear the intention there was, it came from a pure place. It never came from I or what. It came from a pure place of what we were trying to do or what he was trying to do. I think that's the beauty also playing for that team, that we come down and then say, yeah, but what happened, right? We're able to clean those things out. In an environment like that and with personalities like that, you need that clarification and say why you did that. And why was there, why X was there, why you could have done that. And we're like, okay, but I think we could have done that. And also soberly so you're able to also take it in and say it comes from the best place of saying you can do better. Just that don't do it again.
True.
Yeah.
All right, so let's quickly move to then the Carling Knockout Cup final, of course, right? It's Orlando Pirates. Why is it Imnyama,
Got to support the cheese.
Because of what tricky.
Why
You know why I'm saying age? I going back to the semi-final, I saw, especially in the second half, I think Marumo struggled a little bit. But I like them because you can see that they're a team that is well coached. This guy is not, I think he's a very, very good coach.
Yeah.
And obviously he's limited in terms of quality and that kind of stuff and resources.
Yeah.
But he's making do with what he has.
Well, no matter, I think the word you're using, limited, I don't think right now will be the way to use right now. But I think rightfully saying, if then, sometimes they were speaking about coaches saying he's limited, but then what do you do? What can you do? Are you going to stay with the way saying I'm limited, I cannot go further with what I can do with what I have? Sometimes it just says, football says, use what you have to take it to the next level, right? Which Marumo Gallants with the knockout, Carling knockout, I think for me they've been incredible. Yeah. One thing that you have said, being coached, which they are very much coached. I had a chat to Nosia. And tell him about this setup that the coach has. And it's starting to become a noise, but it becomes a noise to someone who pays attention to the game. And having to have those feedbacks and understanding their duties within those roles and say you can invert. That's what they do. And we have two aides that are very much can add, because of now you have Ndlondo, who's a false nine, that can maneuver anywhere and add an extra number somewhere. If then the ball goes to the right side, it becomes that overload, right? And it's been amazing throughout this Carling knockout. And I think the Carling knockout also is a story whereby it's an underdog versus the favorites, right? Where we have seen prior to the previous ones where there was Ugesi, that poured Ugesi to...
Yes.
And on that day, it was just sour, of course, to the favorites. Officer now saying, how did that happen? But on another day, it was so motivating to see other teams that this is a chance for them. It's a chance for individuals just to also to show their names. And I think Makesi then it showed that because of it was an opportunity for them just also to engage or inject their financial strength of saying I can, because it's a matter of how you looked at it. I think that story still remains because of even now looking at Orlando Pirates. But I think the map with his Gallants they've taken a very big map on their side where they've also taken out the former champions, which is Stellenbosch. So that speaks on its own because of I won myself on that game. I thought Stellenbosch was going to be victorious. But how then the plan was executed that day, I think Ndlondo was exceptional. I think this tournament is finding more joy. As I say, like the Carling knockout gives opportunities to even other players to revive themselves. Because one would have said, what happened to Dolly after they had left Orlando Pirates, right? But and then he had the chain. But I think that for me was his sort of like a comeback, a turnaround, and that story is starting to continue also driven throughout his season, which is amazing. It's amazing, and then having to find themselves this far to this Carling knockout semi-final, and then the road has been very much not in him only. I think Arubi also, who stands out. I think the goalkeepers, they like this tournament. I think they like the prize money. They like this champion man of the match.
I think is this one his favorite.
But I think as I say, it's just motivation for sort of the underdogs to say like we can turn it around. But also they're not going to have it. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. I think against Orlando Pirates, it's going to be a tough one. I myself, I'm starting to enjoy Orlando Pirates right now. And the journey also that they've taken, I think maybe could have stayed in their mind when they played the last 16, because last year they had an early exit in the last 16 to Imakesi. I think for me that was like another sort of a blocky mental thing if then they're going to be able to proceed.
Yeah.
And then which is they did. I think also the squad that they've assembled, it's amazing, I think.
So Sundowns needs to get over their block one.
They will. The mentality is still there. The mentality is still there. Yes, sometimes it doesn't go the way you have planned.
True.
But I think right now it's just appreciating. Appreciating Orlando Pirates, what they're doing, especially throughout the map. Having to see, I think the guys, Apollo having to see Moremi. I think for Moremi also has been consistent. I think finding the net so many times. Sipo also is a marvel to watch.
True.
I think the likes of Nemtajela also. Yeah, it's just beautiful to speak about Orlando Pirates right now. The centre backs, Siema, Mbogazi, equally so hot on left hand side.
Can I ask you, who do you prefer on the right back position?
Right back position? It's Lebese and Van Rooyen. That's the thing. When
I'll go with Dino any day.
You go with?
Dino Van Rooyen.
Van Rooyen. Yeah, that's the thing when you have so much competition, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's what you need. Whereby, now I can imagine as a coach, like, would I put in Van Rooyen? How then do I put? I put Lebese, but also, I think right now, I think I'll go with Lebese. Because I think he had that momentum, and Van Rooyen has been coming from an injury, so you have to be aware how then you put him back and then gradually put him back into match performance level right now, because I think he can hit the picking note. But I think, Pirates is just blessed with the luxury of having a headache right now as a coach and an assistant also, because I can say the assistant also will be like, put in this or no, the assistant like, not put in this one. But also having the likes of really coming back also. Betuma also in the absence of Mabasa and Mahopa. I mean, it shows also that this thing continues, right? So it's just incredibly insane right now. But I must give it up to Orlando Pirates. I mean, they've been a marvel to watch. It's exciting, and I think the champion fans also, they are being spoiled with the prices that we have. The elements that we have are just mind blowing.
You know we don't qualify, no?
You do qualify. You do qualify. I think you qualify. I think you can qualify as a champion coach. Just give it a try. Just give it a try, because what you need to do is just buy a selected Carling Black label, right? You buy a Carling Black selected.
I want to coach Pirates.
You have a dream.
So you'll have to be able to buy that selected Carling Black label, whereby you get a unique number where you dial in the star 120 star 660 hash, where then of course you have to put in your Carling All-Star team. Now you have to select your own players. And when you select those players, you will stand a chance, right? You will stand a chance of now having to be one of those coaches that could easily become the coaches for the Carling All-Star team. That will be happening on the 13th of December. It is happening on the 13th of December because of the final of the knockout is being held. It's happening on the 6th of December. So right after the 6th, then there's the Carling Cup that's happening. That's going to be now being displayed by the rich players from different teams. And also for me, I think it's an incredible opportunity for the DDC players.
To come, because
I think it's been a platform, I'd say a platform, an opportunity just to expose the other players that are coming in. I mean, it has a rich history of the likes of Sibusiso Vilakazi having to, where does it come from? But the Carling is that platform that gives that opportunity of saying we do have that's happening, and we are proud to say we have development that's happening in front of our eyes. And that team also will play the team that's going to win the Carling knockout. So it's incredible. It's incredible. I can't wait for the 6th and I can't wait for the 13th.
If I'm the Carling knockout coach for Paris, tell them what is going to start.
But wait, you won't be able.
Because the fans are voting.
At the same time,
but you see, he's one of the popular players.
But if then Paris wins, then you cannot be.
Yeah, you can't have it.
You can't have it.
So unless you want Pirates to lose.
No, I'm not saying that.
So you cannot be. So if then Pirates wins, yes, then of course means, of course. The coach is Pirates is gonna be that team that's playing
against the All-Star team.
So
maybe if Pirates wins, then I'm coaching Pirates.
Go the opposite.
Yeah.
Go the opposite way, but you challenge. And it can either be Orlando Pirates or it can be Gallants, man. I mean, it's a game of football where I think both of these teams have been incredible this far. And we're just looking forward, we're just looking forward to the 6th Epulukwari. And I'm sure it's going to be a sold-out affair. But we emphasize and we urge our champion fans to be responsible when, of course, making their way to Pulukwari. Even when you get there, I mean, just be responsible of.
They'll drink the black label when they arrive.
Not on the road.
Not on the road.
We should be very much very responsible in terms of the consumption.
Villa, just a quick one on Paris.
Yeah.
Do you think that them being out of the Champions League can really give them an opportunity to push in the league and really take on Sundowns properly?
It opens up like that, right? It opens up like that. Since once you have been knocked out of the Champions League, how then you view your season? Because I can imagine when they started the season, their objectives would have been tick Champions League, have to qualify for it, have to be in the group stages, tick, have to win the Carling knockout, tick, have to win the MTN 8, which this far they ticked the MTN 8, but now the X goes to CAF Champions League, and then now it gives a different perspective of then how they navigate the league, and of course the league and the Nedbank, that's to follow. And what needs to follow is now how then you're going to manage that squad, because of part of that squad being brought in and to be longer. It was because of you anticipating that you're going to be playing Champions League, Champions League, and then there's going to be cup competition in between. So everybody is in the mix of getting an opportunity to play. So that now it starts to get a bit trimmer now. That starts to be very much smaller in terms of now the players having to get that luxury of, because there's no way then you come back from Egypt and then you want to take the same team and then play. Let's say last time you have 2 days. That's why then you have the luxury of other players to say, he can come in and do the job equally so, and then these ones, they get time to rest, right? So then that's going to be a challenge in terms of now the squad depth, how then you maneuver it and make it short, because of every player wants to play a part.
And there's a lot of players.
And there's a lot of players.
Less matches.
And I say, but those players, the reason why they had a lot of players, they were anticipating a longer season. And a longer season, you have to have quality that on the day, when we come back, or whatever the case may be, injuries and all of that, anyone that's going to wear that jersey is going to continue and give the best performances. So this unlocks and say, okay, how then they maneuver and see that opportunity wider and say, Sundowns will be playing in the CAF Champions League. How then we make sure that we don't make the same mistakes that they did last season, which the squad was more leaner. And in terms of leaner, it didn't have so much quality to say, we can rotate, but now it's a different conversation. So it's a big opportunity for them, and I genuinely believe that they have the squad, they have the depth that they can take on. The league.
You know what I also want to find out from you, Villa, before we wrap it up, in terms of, I mean, when we look into your career, you're part of, I mean, now there's a hype, about young players, which is exciting, them being given a chance. Your career as well, at 19 years old, you were buzzing.
Time flies.
I know, right?
When you're having fun, it flies when you're having fun.
Talking about age, I actually forgot to say, Ila, while I was checking up the preparation for this, we're nearly on the same birthday, me and Villa.
Oh, really?
He's 29, I'm 27 December. Maybe that's why we...
So you guys should do something, eh?
The Capricorn kids, eh?
But I feel like after the 25th, I feel like we don't matter. I feel like so many things that are happening. So many things that are happening. But it's like,
and for me, on my birthday, I'm 9 out of 10 times, I'm always at the Boxing Day test and children. So I never get to celebrate this bloody. But I don't really...
I mean, I've decided. You know what I've decided on? I said, when it comes to the 25th, I'm putting my birthday there. So you know what you guys do, Chloe? As women, you'll be like, when is your birthday, right? You'll be saying, let's say when it's August. And then you guys have this trend that's happening. August is your...
The entire month. It's your birth month.
That is the proper budget.
As I tell you, they're like, August is the entire... But I'm saying, your birthday is on the 19th of August. Why?
Why is it the whole month?
There's a reason. It's the 19th. So, let's just say From the 25th.
It's our birthday until the first.
You're accepting gifts.
We should, because I mean, people are buying gifts for Christmas, and by the time you get to the by the time they get to the 27th, they're like,
But talk to us from a footballing perspective. I mean, now when you see this current young crop of players, you know, where it's trending now, and they're not only being given a chance because they're young, but they're actually good. And you, once being young, once upon a time, talk to us about really where we are.
Yeah, it clicks. I think when you're about being young, at the same time aiming to perform, and not only perform, but execute at the same time, and at the same time be at that level. And I say be at that level because of, you find most, they will say, yeah, it's very much young, but it needs time. But now it's no longer about you just get in. Within the years that they have, they're just getting in and showing good performances at the highest level. So for me, if it's there and it doesn't even need motivation, I mean, it doesn't need motivation. It just speaks for itself, and it can only benefit the player. It can only benefit the player, and then how he sees it and how he can maximize it from there. Not just let it go on the surface of does it grow, because I feel like sometimes it just stays there, and it never gave us an opportunity to even go and hit the maximum heights of the expectations that we'd have seen from a player. And there's so many right now, and I think we are, from the national team point of view, we should be proud. And I think just on its own, what has happened from the under-17 to the under-20s, that on its own, it says, what can we do for continuity? What can we do to make this thing now even go? Whereby we've had a scenario now in our football industry whereby we've had incredible under-20s, but it just never went on to progression to the highest level, which is Bafana, which is the national team. And for me, that's where now it says the likes of Smith, where they've had incredible under-20 right now, where do they fall? I think for me, part of me would have said, with this friend against Zambia, put him in. Put him in.
The biggest injustice of our football was that under-23 team that went to Olympics in Sydney.
100%.
That should have been Bafana.
Yeah, 100%. And so, I mean, those are the mistakes that we have seen, and we're always looking at the benchmarks of other countries, and those examples of Germany having to have a plan before they win the World Cup. The plan, which was the 4-year plan of having to have this crop of players, then they gel in together. Because remember, the national team, you don't have time. You don't have time to work on your patterns of play. You don't have time for these players to click, and that's why sometimes you just go with what's working currently within your country. An example, typical example, Spain, of course, having to continue with like 7 players from Barcelona at that time, and they just went with that, and then addition of a Real Madrid, couple of players at that time also, just 3. And also those individuals, they know their duties, they're exceptional to understand what they need to do inside their field of play. The only thing that you want to give them is a structure. Anything that goes forward, they're going to execute that. And that's why sometimes that has been a testimony of these countries. And with us also, I mean, right now we have a very, very fond space and an incredible space of just having that continuation. And I say Pirates particularly. Last time we had 5 starters, right? We had Mbule, we had Apolis, we had okay, Fossa was a 9. I'm just saying the front starters, not at the back. I'm just saying the front ones. Whereby those relationships among themselves is from Pirates. They understand their roles, so continue with that, right? And of course, vice versa, prior to that, it was Sundowns, whereby they have 5 starters from Sundowns, whereby they are leading the attack. So good for us, especially in terms of our own having to hit the numbers and perform better. So we shouldn't lose that. And also this under-20s, I say, find a way to put them in already, because of the plan should be what's next right now. And for me, that integration right now, it can happen, especially that, you know, for sure he's 20, he's 19. He has like 20, 21, 22, 23 to gradually, not even like development, gradually give performances at the highest level, which is the international stage.
For me, just maybe on Bafana, how is this team shaping up for you? For me, my 2 worries, who's going to partner Mbogazi, center back? And who is our Mshishi? Because even if Mshishi is fit, reality is just that it's not going to be, you know, the Mshishi of 2
Yeah, for sure. No, true that.
So those are the 2 positions for me. Center back, Mbogazi, who's with Mbogazi, and who is our playmaker?
I think with Mbokazi also, we have Upodlela, which is it's sinking already. They're forming that partnership already at the Pirates. We have Siema also, which I think when the season started, they never had Unda, they never had Cloorkop, and he took an opportunity. So he's still within the cards, but of course, with not having him in the squad right now, it makes it a bit. But you'll never know, right? You'll never know with football. On the other side, you have Ukoza at Sundowns, who has been in the pool for a recent couple of call-ups. We have Ungezana also, who has been part of the squad in these qualifications, which gives it. All of these players have a different dimension, height, and all of that. There are times whereby, yes, both of Mbokazi and Upodlela, they have great. Funny enough, they're short, but they have great height in terms of having to contest. But sometimes maybe a bit of someone who's much taller, who's much more stronger, could easily beat him in a duel. But if then you have Ungezana who can really match it up in terms of strength, because he's more physical and much more bigger than the other two. So it's a matter of just giving yourself a different players that are very much available and fully fit, because we don't know what's going to happen from now on until we get to the AFCON, right? So I think you had said the centre pairing and who else?
Playmaker.
Playmaker. Playmaker. With respect, and with me speaking from a football perspective, I would really like to see Mshishi getting more game time. Game time. So it means game time, so that you are ready. And we have the Mshishi that gave us the butterflies, the Mshishi that gave us hope, especially those performances in the AFCON that brought us up to our seats, and it was just insane. And even that, it continued, right? True. I wish he could be fully fit, that even when he's there, he's able to perform, so that guys that like Sipo, guys like really that can play in that position, Apollos can play in that position. But right now, my favorite player is Apollos, and it's Apollos. It's just a marvel to watch. It's just so that I think up front, yes, we have Foster and evidence, of course. So man, I think genuinely speaking, I think
you've got Spapello, you've got talent, you've got Saila, you've got Aubrey. The rest of the team, Saila on right back,
and then who else?
Aubrey on left.
Yeah, but I think for Saila, if then something happens to Saila, who else do we have? And then we had Moby, right?
Yeah, Moby's out.
I don't know how far he is in terms of his progress, in terms of his injuries. So that's a slide of a concern over there. What do you do? Do you then take Grant as a sort of standby in terms of if then he's not there, he can easily play as centre back, he can easily play as a right back also, right? But he won't give you the fundamentals, or he won't give you the strength of then when we have the ball, he can seize it up, he can mix it up, right? But he won't be as the incredible Mudau right now, because I think he's one person who's been outstanding. I mean, not even outstanding. He's been world class, to be honest. And then you have Ronan also, who's just getting nominations left, right, and center. And for me, that speaks volume of how he was and where he is right now in terms of he's been outstanding. And just to be nominated for that FIFA thingy, it's something to be very vocal about. And not so long ago, he was just on that red carpet thing with the Ballon d'Or. So it's been incredible for us also. I think is one of the key players at the back that we know that if then something happens, for sure we have Sipo, we have Gos. So, but also I mean that young keeper also at the World Cup was outstanding. So as I say again, why not, right? In terms of age, why not? Suddenly just throw him in there, because that's where we should be looking at.
True.
So we are spoiled right now. We are spoiled.
Spoiled for choice.
We are spoiled for choice, and I think being spoiled for choice, it's a matter of then how we manipulate it to be on the podium. Because I think it'd be a failure for me not to see us on the podium this time around. It'd be a failure for us not to see us on the podium lifting the trophy. I genuinely believe we are very much not capable. What we have, I think we can be there. We can be there.
I fully agree with you. Then to wrap it up, I wanted to find out from you as well, Villa. I mean, when we talk about youngsters, when you also went to that Bafana side, alongside, of course, your Ryan Chapman, Vieira, Patrick Pungwayo. I know, way back. I know. But I mean, these are the players that you went with in terms of, you know, making your debut for the national team. Talk to us about that moment, how it was, and the senior players that you found, and how was your welcome there?
Oh, it was intimidating because we found like most European players that were there. I think I remember likes of Steven Pienaar, your top class. I mean, top class, top personnel. The guy you'll be like, these are like top players, right? Obedi, Parker were there, Tsepo were there, Ito, of course, Abu Park. I think it was just incredible. I think from a distance, it was just, now we are much closer to the to these players, top players, and I think the only thing that they would give you is just advice, which is advice inside the field of play, and more than anything, just be you. I think what they graced us with advice, they graced us with like, be who you are. Anything that follows after you, you're just putting your print towards it, because they also started from where you are. They found people that were there and they were like, this is how we do things, this is how we gonna be doing. So them having to give us that navigation and give us the support, I think it was amazing. It was just amazing. But for me, just to see the likes of Pienaar, who I think
and you compared to him at some point, hey?
Hey, comparison. No.
You know, just to cut you in there, there was a statistics in the English Premiership that when Steven Pienaar was at Everton, remember there was that left guy, Leighton Baines?
Baines,
The combination of Steven Pienaar and Leighton Baines is still regarded as the best left side
at Everton.
In the Premiership.
In the Premiership, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That just tells you how big this
No,
team
and it was easy.
It was not a Mickey Mouse.
No, it was not. It was not. But he was about it. He was about it. Even when he went to Tottenham, he was about it. Of course, it was just a matter. It was just those injuries that would just be a stumbling block now and then. But I think him having to just step it up and go to Tottenham, it showed more of what they did also. Maybe he could have left with Baines, just to continue from it, that relationship. Let me go with my partner in my contract. Let me go with it so that I could give you the best performance. I think it's top individual, top career that he had. I mean, some of us were like just craving just to see ourselves also, because of he was able to unlock that English Premiership map. Likes of Bongani that were there, likes of OJ that were there, likes of Abu Aaron that were there, McFish were there, Kagiso was there, Sean Bartlett was there, Lucas Makhatebe was there, Tinkler was there. So we have all these incredible players that were there that were like unlocking it, and it shows that if one dreams and one stays hungry enough and wanting to strive for success, it's very much it can happen, it can be done. It's just a level of just staying on track.
All right, so we're normally supposed to do this quiz at the top of the show, but we'll do it at the bottom of the show.
This is the difficult part.
This is not difficult. It's really the easy part. Okay, so the first question is, if the Carling Cup had a best celebration trophy, who's taking it home?
The fans, the champion fans.
Easy answer, influencer. What's your answer?
Hi, so the celebration, the best celebration fans.
Well, best celebration trophy.
Oh, best celebration.
Yeah.
So the team that celebrates.
So, yeah, be it a team, be it a player, be it a fan.
I felt the Durban City celebrations were a little bit over the top, a little bit.
So you give it to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Durban is good. Which song would you choose to walk out to if players could pick their own Carling Cup entrance music? See how they did it in the World Cup, in the FIFA Club World Cup, walkout song. Orlando Pirates, what are they walking out to?
Maybe.
Gallants, what are they walking out to?
Maybe Waka Waka from the World Cup.
But that's it.
I don't know.
Waka Waka.
I think maybe we'll be going to Polokwane. One of the trending songs in Polokwane.
One of the Locombo songs.
Like right now we just came from Durban and they were playing this other song, Yamazulu. What that was? It's a trending song. One of the fans were like, where's the song? So
maybe Karishma. I don't know one of Karishma's songs here.
Okay, cool. We'll take that. And then, okay, cool. So, What's the funniest thing that a fan has ever said to you at the stadium or anywhere that they've bumped into you?
Right now.
That will be for
It could
him.
be in the past. I
I
mean,
think recently now.
do you have something recent?
Yeah, recently.
What
now,
happened?
This other fan just came to me and then he was like, I asked him, I said, which team do you support? He was wearing a Golden Arrows t-shirt.
Yeah.
Said, I support Orlando Pirates.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, but you're wearing a Arrows t-shirt. He says, no. I'm from Joburg. I said, Mpume, right? But even this, I think Klalangab. So I support Golden Arrows because of Bashao Put.
Oh, I love that.
So Nyambuzo, okay. This was like semi-final. So like, there's a potential of Pirates meeting Golden Arrows because Arrows were playing colors that day.
Yeah.
So I was like, what are you going to wear now? What's going to be? Is it Pirates or Arrows?
Yeah.
Listen to this answer. Guy says, I'm going to wear Bafana.
Oh, my fighter.
No, he's torn.
Sitting on the fence.
And I say, okay.
Proper.
And I say, why? Yeah, why? And part of me, I just also calculated. I said,
Yeah.
okay, the reason you could be wearing Bafana is because of Pirates is dominating the squad right now with the number of players.
Yeah.
That's why you wear Bafana.
So there's Paris either way.
All right, cool. Okay, all right. So we've got, you can also relate to this one. Which coach has shouted at you before?
I think it was Coach Pizzo.
With you? Okay, me too.
When they were still at the university.
To
there.
you specific. He shouted at you.
Yeah.
Saying what?
I think we walked onto the pitch or something during training and he was telling us about, don't come to your office, why are you coming here? Please. Don't step on my pitch. I'm working.
That sounds like Coach
That's
Pizzo.
funny.
I was with the photographer, Lefty Shibabu.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
And you, Villa?
Can't recall, eh?
So none?
I can't
Not
recall.
even Gavin?
Nah, I can't recall. Maybe it would be a silent call from outside, but I couldn't hear it.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe it could be from, I couldn't hear it, but I don't remember.
That's why when, like you see it on TV,
Yeah.
when a player just made a mistake, they always look at the badge.
Yes. Especially at Wits. Gavin was always, you'd be like, when he's losing it, you're like, he's just like, oh, coach, hard luck.
I was not aware. Maybe I wasn't aware of like looking at outside and be like, yeah. I'll be
No,
like,
we saw it. We had the POV,
on the other part of it.
understands. Okay, last question. Who is the one underrated teammate you think that never got their credit in your era?
Prior to different teams or
You can choose. You could choose Wits. You could choose Netherlands, Chelsea. You could choose.
Netherlands Chelsea is it's another conversation.
I know.
It's another
There'll be lots of
conversation.
them.
Yeah, it's another conversation. Yeah, those were like beautiful moments there, but yeah. Underrated. That never. That's the thing when you've played for two big teams and you had incredible players during the time. Underrated. How would they become underrated though? Also.
You know, like ababahyping kakhulu.
Why?
Like currently a De Jong. I think De Jong.
From
We can
Aros?
all agree. No, from
Stellenbosch.
Stellenbosch. We can all agree that he's underrated
there's
because he's a
number
great
10.
player.
Yeah.
He gets the basics right, but he doesn't get the hype because, of course, maybe he's not playing like for the big team currently. So
So why
For
don't
me,
you-
for Sundowns,
with
during his era,
yeah.
a player that I felt did so well but never really got recognition. He had this off-the-field stuff. He's the Bokalangaman.
A lot of players say that.
Okay, I could easily say, I could easily add to that because I had a couple of assists from him. Okay, maybe to us, he was that important player because we knew him, right? And then, of course, from outside, and then now it becomes, we become with different opinions, right?
Yeah.
But I sometimes generally feel like you should make people not to. People should know about you. You're always in control, and if then they don't, then it's okay. But I think your numbers should always be there.
Yeah.
To be in that conversation of saying there's no way that it's gonna be a situation of underrated and stuff like that.
You know, it reminds me of...
Unless maybe the media doesn't understand their game. Maybe the media they don't understand their game. They can't see those things. And who has the power to say? Because as I say, it's a matter of opinions. To be honest with you, I think if then you're about the game, you'll be able to sing out the player that's very much needs a voice.
For sure.
And the numbers will be there also just to make things much easier for whoever that wants to have an opinion.
Okay,
It reminds me of that great Brazilian side that won the World Cup, I think, in Germany. You had Dida, you had Cafu, you had Roberto Carlos, you had Ronaldo, you had Rivaldo, you had the young...
the Nelson was there. I think
the Nelson was there, must have been there, yeah. You
Yeah.
had the young Ronaldinho. There was a player in that side who was very, very important, but just because of his quiet demeanor, he never really took set much. And Rivaldo was... But nobody ever spoke about that guy.
Rivaldo, ne?
Yeah.
But
He was a
how?
top player.
But how?
I guess it's just maybe some people are just...
But also prime.
That's what you say, that
prime,
if it doesn't come...
Prime R9 that time. Like
that was something else. Yeah.
That's prime R9.
But that guy was key for that
I know
team.
he was key, and then most of the goals that will be
They came
scored
from
by
him.
R9 will be coming from Rivaldo. But I could see like Rivaldo is this magnet that they go to.
Yeah.
So you
Brazil
have
was
that
just
side.
crazy now. Just thinking about it, like you had the likes of Cicinho, everything
No.
was just Cicinho, everything was just Nelson, everything was just it was just crazy of this Cicinho, Ronaldinho. Yeah, it was just crazy to watch Brazil at that time. It was just crazy.
So it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
It does happen. It's just it goes like that. It just goes like. But I say, you're still within the powers to make the numbers give you a recognition. A better
Just like
recognition.
Rivaldo could see, I mean, Rivaldo doesn't care about anything else.
River did. Yeah, no, Rivaldo. No,
But he's one of the players that
Yeah.
you should be celebrating more.
Yeah,
In the
but
country.
also, I think he could have, like right now, he should have been somewhere in this puzzle, to be honest with you. He could have been technically left, right. You know, it doesn't even need to position himself, and if then we need to switch the ball, he just stands in the middle. He has left, he can go across without having to tilt the body. Right, he can go across. Gives you two positions also. A centre back that easily can come in just number 6.
Yeah.
So I think also just that on his own, understanding the game, but his technical abilities, true.
System.
My goodness, my goodness. He should be unfortunate or whatever the case may be, but I think he's one person that I think for me, as I say, and for me to tilt my body, that's like a second wasted. Adjusting and then becoming wasted, maybe that guy could be recovering. But as I say, inside, across, he could hit it. Right across, and same weight.
Yeah.
Same weight, very, very measured height, very measured. He was just that guy that he had an aura as a 6, he had an aura as a centre back. And I remember when I was with him in 2015 AFCON, that's when I knew Rivaldo. There's something here, and it can only go further and further. But yeah, as I say, but I don't think as a person he's like that. I think he just gives you that gesture, he just gives you that approach. But trust me, because I think times that I've seen him being on the sidelines and having to go those injuries, because at times there's no crashes. But but I could see how much that is affecting him and how much he wants to give a great impact, especially once he's back in. It's just that when those injuries come, they just like say, that time I'm in control of you, and you're going to do whatever that I'm telling you to do, and you just have to respect that process. That's it.
Thank you so much, Villa. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think
the football class is agenda now.
Yeah, no, we are learning with Villa. I felt I should be having my pen, and I'm like, actually, that's a good point.
No, thank you guys.
This
That was
was
amazing.
good,
Thank you.
I don't know why he doesn't want to become a coach, but anyway.
Yeah, well, it's not I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what the future holds. Let's see what the future holds.
No, me, I
maybe-
like him in HD.
maybe-
I don't know this thing of you wanting to put him back in the sun. I'm happy where he is.
What is it?
Or maybe he doesn't want to get fired.
What is it?
HD. I like you, Jimmy.
You like to be the high definition.
Yeah, no, right?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Thanks,
It was
thanks,
beautiful.
thanks, my
Thank you.
brother.
It was
Yeah.
nice. I enjoyed it.
And then the other stuff we'll talk about it offline.
Yeah, other stuff we'll talk about it offline.
Alright,
Yeah.
yes.
I
I
wonder.
think which camera am I looking at?
That one.
Yeah,
That
there's your
one.
camera.
Yeah.
Cut off.
Oh, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. See you on the next one. Do remember, as Villa said, book your tickets. Make sure that you're traveling. Bulugane is where we're heading. Come the
Reagai.
6th. Yeah, no.
Let's keep voting. Let's keep voting.
Keep
guys.
voting as well.
Let's keep voting. Let's keep voting for our champion man of the match. Let's keep voting for our Culling All-Star team that's going to be happening on the 13th of December. But prior to that, we have an important final that's going to Polokwane. Let's go out there, let's enjoy our football, and it's going to be a fantastic final. I promise you it's going to be a fantastic curling knockout final.
And they must only start drinking when they arrive in Polokwane. Please.
Please, we are pleading with you.
Responsible. We are responsible human beings, and we are very much, we care. We care. And most of us, we are parents, and as parents, we need to show that leadership, we need to show that responsibility at the end of the day. So let's drink responsible. We urge you guys, let's drink responsible and let's be safe.
You know, one thing I love about curling fans, I saw this one guy, they were like, actually one of the reasons why I voted for Mbagazi is because I saw he had a fine. And I was like, actually, as people care, you know, just because you got to find somewhere else doesn't mean you must lose your money. We'll help you out.
For sure. We got you.
So anyway, see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye.
Tango.